Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Platinum Bloodborne episode 37. So today I'm going to do a few things. Namely, first thing I want to do is, so this rune here, this Radiance rune, which is an oath, it's pretty good. You know, you use the vial and it gives you an extra, it gives you more health than the vials usually do. But I actually like this one better, the Hunter Oath. It speeds up your recovery speed for your stamina. And I think that, like, when you're... There you go, you can see how quickly that recovers. Hang on. Yeah, see, it gives you an opportunity to move a little bit sooner than you would if you use that oath as opposed to using the Radiance Oath. So I actually like that one better. I feel like the benefits of this one are more than the benefits of having an extra... having more health being regenerated if you use a vial. Having said that, you know, it's up to you really if you want to use which one, like whichever one you want to use. I just feel that this one, it's more about if you've got the confidence in your ability to take out the enemies in a particular time, then use that. Use the Hunter, the one I'm using now. But if you feel that maybe you just can't do it in time, use the vial HP recovery. Okay, so what I'm doing here, this episode is going to be a little bit of, not all over the place, it's just going to be a little bit of a mixture. So I showed you that I got the white messenger ribbon in one of the previous episodes. But I didn't really show you exactly, come on. There we go. Look how easy they are now. But I didn't really show you exactly where I got it. So I thought what I'd do is I'd quickly take a few minutes to just show you exactly where I got that from. That way you know how to get it, and yeah, it's there. I mean, it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, and I can show it off on the little messengers. So you use the Great Bridge, checkpoint. And you come down here, just follow the way I've been going. You walk down here, and we get to this place. Now this place was where we talked to the young Yharnam girl, and then her sister afterwards. If we talk, we don't have a response. But, if you head down here, you may have caught a glimpse of it there. Let's just take out this guy. And there she is. So, this is not the young Yharnam girl, this is the sister. And when you come here the first time, she'll have the white messenger ribbon on her. So that's how you get that that ribbon. Yeah, it's a pretty dismal fate for that young girl. Man, until I did this quest, like, because this is the first time I've actually properly completed that quest. It's a really horrible quest. I mean, like, From Software really, in some ways, didn't pull any punches when it came to those quests. I mean, they essentially killed the young girl, so it's, you know, pretty brutal. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, and also you can, like, have a look. See, I'm running. The stamina is depleting very, very slowly. And I think that's also because of the rune. And then as soon as I get close to the end, you want to make sure that you stop just before you get to the end. And there, it basically all recovered by the time I got to the checkpoint. So it's a pretty substantial difference. It's not huge, but it is substantial. Okay, yeah, and that was worth it too because I got a whole bunch of blood vials. Alright, so I'm not going to show everything now. I'll explain exactly what I'm going to do. So the previous episode I showed you how to do the Chalice dungeons, and this is what it looks like. So the Chamber of the Seal, each of these represents where a checkpoint is. So you have the Chamber of the Seal, which is the immediate checkpoint that you see ahead of you. Then you have Layer 1, which is the checkpoint immediately after that. Layer 1 Heart will be where you defeat the boss, I think. Where you defeat the boss of Layer 1. Layer 2 will be immediately at the beginning of Layer 2. Same with this one, the boss of Layer 2. Beginning of Layer 3. Boss of Layer 3. Now each Chalice dungeon should look exactly like this once you've completed it. And the only thing that you really need help with is defeating the bosses and knowing which chalice to use. So for the second chalice dungeon, we're going to use the Central Pthumeru Chalice. It requires 6 Ritual Blood 2s and 1800 Blood Echoes. So we've got that, and you should probably have that too if you've been following. Yep, so we create another one, and we go in. So I guess I'll show layer 1 again, just so that way you guys can get sort of a... I'll show all of layer 1 and killing the boss, and then I'll cut out all of layer 2 and I'll show the layer 2 boss, cut out all of layer 3 and show the layer 3 boss. Now, the other thing that I want to say is I'm not 100% sure, but I think the way it works is the treasure room after the third boss, the treasure room is at the is just before you face the third boss of each Chalice dungeon. Now, although that treasure room is optional, it's not mandatory, I still recommend doing it because you need certain ritual materials to create certain chalices or chalice dungeons later, and unfortunately I don't know where all the materials are that you need. You can look it up on the wiki. The wiki will help you as well. I'll be looking it up on the wiki later on as well. But you do need the materials to create some of the later chalice dungeons, which is why this takes so long. It's because you have to like jump around to different chalices, collect materials for other chalices, and yeah, so it takes a little bit of time. But yeah, as I said, that's part of the reason why I'm actually going to be not showing off every chalice dungeon, because as I said earlier or before, when I did this the first time, it probably took me about 10 hours total to actually get this trophy and get everything out of the way, because it did complete everything in the chalice dungeons, because it just takes so long. And having the ability to at least, you know, go through each of the chalice dungeons without having to worry about like commentating or you know, making it under a certain time in terms of like the episode length, is just going to help me a lot more, and it'll make it a lot more concise for you guys. And not only that, but you guys get to use everything that you've learnt from the beginning of the game to actually do a certain section by yourself. You know, I know that sometimes when I've used like, you know, let's plays and stuff like that before, for getting through certain games. Generally they've been older games, not sort of like newish games like this where, you know, I'd rather play the whole thing on my own. But if you know, if I played like a game that I've played before or something, I'll like watch the guide and then I'll be like, okay, I kind of want to do this bit by myself. But with this game, you pretty much you can do it all by yourself, or you can watch the guide and, you know, play along with me and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be a good way for you guys to sort of you know, you're big enough now, you can do it on your own. So yeah. Alright, so it looks like we found the switch. Later on there will be enemies in the harder dungeons that I may decide to, like, I'll probably be filming the whole thing anyway, and then I'll watch it over, and if there's like an enemy that, like a different enemy type or something that I find, then I go, okay, this guy might be really difficult to kill. Then I'll probably like stop, look at the enemy, and then commentate over it in terms of how to beat it, so that way you guys have some kind of like help on that. Because there's an enemy later on that looks like this guy, which I've explained before, and it's really, really hard to beat him. In fact, like, you will die very, very often to him, because he's just the way he actually is it's really tough to beat. The other difficult thing will be is chest, is navigating your way around the Chalice dungeon. It will get quite tricky to sort of remember where everything is and make sure that you're not going the wrong way. Oh, that was the one from the top. So yeah. Everything looks really similar. There are a few later on you'll notice when you have to do different Chalice dungeons, that different Chalice dungeons look different, so you'll be able to do that as well. As I said, if you want, you can also, I think I've actually got everything, oh, except for this. If you want, you can also search for illusory walls as well. I will be doing that. If I find, honestly, if I find an illusory wall, I will add it into the video probably. But yeah, as I said, it's probably going to be most of the end of what you see. Okay, it looks like I did go through everywhere. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head to the doorway, go fight the boss, and then I'll continue playing and recording, and then I'll show you the bosses as we go. It's going to be really difficult to kind of like figure out the length of these episodes, but I'll do my best. Alright, here we go, boss time. Oh, the other thing is, you want to keep leveling as well, that's the other thing. Alright, here we go, Beast Possessed Soul. Alright, I don't think this guy is too difficult. I can't remember what sort of level he is. Okay, yeah, he's not too bad. He's sort of the level of like an early boss. It's like if you're fighting the Cleric Beast now. Actually, no, probably not the Cleric Beast, probably Bloodstarved Beast, I'd say. You just want to be like, you sort of want to take your time, see what attacks he uses. Yeah, see, I mean, he got like a full attack on me there, but it barely did anything. That one did a little bit more. Swing, swing. Okay, he's pretty quick. Let's see, if you dodge in. That was really odd. Alright, he's not too hard. I got clobbered a little bit there, but he's not actually that hard. Adept Blood Gemstone. You get a whole bunch of echoes. Yeah, that's the other thing. You really want to try and use your echoes. So, have I got? No, I don't even have enough. By the end of this, I don't remember what level I was, but by the end of this, like all these dungeons, you want to try and be around the level 127. And trust me, it will be possible the further we go, because you'll get more and more and more blood echoes. So try and either make sure that you don't die, or use your blood echoes at a very like when you have a chance, because you will need it for the last few bosses. They are very, very difficult. Alright guys, I'm going to continue. When I get to the next boss, I'll start filming again. Oh, well, I guess I'll keep filming now, and then if I find anything special, then I'll add it in. I just have to remember what I'm on. Okay, so I'll meet you in a second. Okay guys, so at the end of that first boss, there was apparently a treasure room, I think, to the left of where I was. So I went in there, and as I went in there, I found this enemy, and I wanted to talk about this enemy because it's actually quite like annoying. At the moment, it's not too bad, but later on it becomes fairly annoying, just because it has so much health and it's really hard to defeat. So yeah, just be very wary of that. It'll leap down from these sort of like these rooftops, and if it lands on you, it'll do a lot of damage and stuff. So yeah, just as a note. Alright, I'll be right back again. Okay, here we are up to the second boss. Let's do it. Alright, Keeper of the Old Lords. This guy, for me, is this the one? No. Okay, this guy is pretty hard, but all you gotta do is avoid his flame attacks. Oh wow, okay, he's hurting, There we go. He managed to get the upper hand on me. 1, 2. There we go. One back step into R1 and he's pretty much done. Nope. There we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, sometimes like the first few bosses will be easy, but later on, oh boy, they get hard. Central Pthumeru Root Chalice. I don't remember which one we're going into next. It could be that one. I'll let you know when we get there. But for right now, let's exit this area. I'll just quickly check all these. Oh wow, that was still installing. I forgot about that. I was playing yesterday, like something else, and I noticed that came up, and I was like, oh, another one? And it was like 3 gigs. That's a good game, by the way, if you've never played Ether 1. She had PS Plus, I think, last month. That's a really fun game. good puzzles and stuff like that. Alright, and we're on layer 3. Alright, so once again, I'm gonna do this off screen, and then we'll fight the boss afterwards. And apparently now they're putting treasure rooms between each layer, so I think that's how it works from now on. So treasure room, and then the main area. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay guys, something you want to be wary of when you're going through this area, this is like the treasure room that I just showed you, is this will happen a few times. There'll be like a pathway where there'll be a boulder. So yeah, you want to be definitely careful of that. The best way is to play with sound, so you can actually hear what's going on. Now if you head down this way, you'll find this door. I opened it already. And you go in. This is like a proper treasure room. There'll be a whole bunch of treasure everywhere. But the thing you want to be careful of is these, where are they? I left some. These statues. Destroy every single one in the area, so that way you have zero chance of getting hit by those with the like burning arrows that they shoot. Which I think I showed in a previous episode. So yeah, be very, very careful of those. Try and get rid of all of them. Just make sure. And then we may as well quickly, I'll show you the treasure in here. Okay, so you get 3 ritual bloods. This is like the best room to find, because this will have everything that you need in terms of materials and stuff. And also later on we need to get there's tomb mold. That's another material. We need to get a weapon from one of these rooms. We need it for a trophy. Alright, let's have a look. What's in here? Sage's wrist. That is, I think that's another material, and I think we've had that one before. Oh no, we don't. But yeah, that's another material. I'm not sure if we need that one, but yeah, as I said, you want to try and complete those treasure rooms. Okay, I'll be right back when I'm up to the, oops, when I'm up. Oh god, I'll be right back when I'm up to the second boss. Third boss. Okay guys, you want to be very careful of these enemies. They try and frenzy you with their knife attacks, and hopefully I don't get frenzied, but just be on the safe side. I'll stay at full health. Yep, okay, we're good. Just be very careful of those. They're kind of like half invisible and all that kind of stuff. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, in the treasure room I found a door that I couldn't open, and in order to unlock it I had to continue into the 3rd layer, and then there's a door that looks like the treasure room door. You go in, climb a ladder, which is just there, and then you can get to this area. It was just for a treasure chest. I guess I'll have a quick look at what it was. And 2 Sage's wrists. Okay, so yeah, no illusory walls for that bit. It was just I had to go into the next area, and then this area now is the treasure room. Okay, I just thought I'd quickly explain that. Be right back again. Okay guys, we're back for a little bit here. I've cleared everything. I'm up to the boss now, but I decided to quickly come back and just use my blood echoes, because I know I can level. I can only level once. Alright, I'm gonna level my vitality, and I think that's too much to. How much have I got? Let's have a quick look. I know I got some, but 9,000 out of those. Not likely. I wish they told me exactly how much it gave. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. That's alright. We'll go here, layer 3, and go to the boss. One tactic, or the tactic that I just used there, was to essentially get to a point where I thought, well, I should have been able to level twice, but I did the math wrong. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I played, so I couldn't remember how much I needed. But you want to try and use most of your blood echoes before you fight the final boss. And the good thing is that when we actually like to get back to the Hunter's Dream, the checkpoint itself isn't that far. It's here, and then once you've actually cleared layer 3, which is all over here, you just go through the door here. So everything does respawn. Like, I could actually go farm some echoes, but they don't give me enough to where it's worthwhile, so I'm not going to worry about it. I looked for illusory walls. This took me a really long time to do. I'm on like almost 50 minutes of recording. I couldn't find any, and it doesn't seem like there are any, so don't worry about looking for illusory walls. But yeah, alright, here we go, another boss. Oh god, please, what? don't even remember this one. I think this one... no, I don't remember this one at all. You wanna... This reminds me of the Martyr boss, Martyr Logarius. Yeah, he's gonna split. Yep, that's right. Now I do remember him. So he gets 2. So you want to get a few good hits on him to start off with, and then finish him off with, say, like a charge attack or something like that. Yep. Alright, easy peasy. Jeez, don't worry, they're gonna get hard. Ooh, now I'm definitely gonna have enough. Alright, I guess I'll go level up, and I'll call it an episode. Just to let you know, I have absolutely no idea how long this episode is. I hope it should be a substantial length. I mean, it should be like at least 20 minutes, I'd say, or close to. So hopefully that is the case. I'll try and work out how I can best. In fact, I think I know how I'm going to do it, but how to make the episode like an appropriate length. All right, let's have a look. Okay, I don't have enough, but I do have enough if I use the other thing. Now, I know what you probably might be thinking. Don't I have weapons to buy? I do, but for right now, I want to make sure that I'm going to be strong enough to... Yeah, that's plenty. I only need to use 1. I want to make sure that I'm going to be strong enough to actually defeat the upcoming bosses. So I'm going to level a little bit more, and when we get into the higher Chalice dungeons, I'll be able to farm Blood Echoes a little bit more there to get enough to buy all the weapons. Let's have a quick look here if there's anything useful to buy. I think Living String we might need another one of. What the hell? What's this? Bone Ash. Don't even remember. Okay, well let's buy these. They're probably part of the trophy. And oh yeah, and I'll show off the white adornment ribbon real quick. I've never actually seen it myself. White messenger ribbon is what I meant to say. There they are. Creepy as all hell. Alright guys, that's it for episode 37 of Let's Platinum Bloodborne. Wow, that was a long one. For me, probably not for you. And we'll continue in the next episode by going to the next Chalice dungeon, which I'll place here. Also, by the way, you don't need to use all of them. You can actually like remove the one from the first one and place each subsequent one there over and over and over again. So, but I think I'm going to go for using all of them this time. Hang on, 3, 4, oh yeah, 5, 6. Okay, that makes sense. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm Ultima456 and I'll see you next episode.